Aloha, welcome back to Hawaii Outdoors, and we're sitting here with Annie, and she just got back from Disney World, and we're going to be talking about, like, I guess the differences, experiences between Disneyland and Disney World, because coming from Hawaii, we have to travel so far to go to Florida. It's easier for us to just go to California. It's a 5-hour flight to California, whereas Disney World is like 7-hour flight, right? And you got layovers and stuff like that, because there's no direct flights to Florida. So like us, we go to Houston and then Florida, but pretty much a lot of people from Hawaii, just Disneyland is as far as they get. And a lot of people always ask me, I don't know if they ask you, but why Disney World? We can just go to Disneyland, but it is a different experience. It also different. There's different rides too, right? So Disneyland, Disney World. I mean, what is your take on the differences? Or say, did you enjoy Disney World?
I did a lot. Disneyland, I mean, it's good. It's fun.
It's what we grew up.
It's what we grew up with.
But
because I feel like because I went there so many times, after a while you're kind of like, oh, it's kind of the same thing over and over. But when you go to Disney World, there's just so much to see there, so much to do. The rides are very different. I mean, of course, they have, your basic rides, the Small World and whatever. But
Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, but there's other things to do there, too. So the experience was just, if you like Disneyland, you're going to love Disney World.
So what did you like about Disney World? Compared to Disneyland? I mean, there's a lot of things, but what is, like, the main things that you liked about it?
Just the convenience of everything in Disney World, even though you think, oh, it's really far. Just the transportation, and then of course the magic bands, which Disneyland does not have at this time, at least. This made a huge difference because everything is stored on your magic band. So this is your park tickets, this is your meal plan, this is your room key. This is also, you can purchase things with this if you link your credit card. Everything is just on here, your Fastpass, everything. So you really don't have to carry anything with you other than this. I mean, of course, they do put safety measures on it so that, no one, if I stole this from someone, I can't use it because to get into the parks, you have to use your thumbprint. To purchase something, you have to use a PIN. But this just made everything that much more convenient. Your photo pass too.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The photo pass.
Memory maker.
Yeah, the memory maker. Sorry, memory maker. That's also on here. So whenever you take a picture, and there are so many photographers everywhere, you just ask someone to take a picture, and then you go ahead and you give them the band to scan, and it just shows up all online. So
pretty much everything has to be linked, but your credit card has to be linked.
Yes.
Your memory maker has to be linked. You set up an account on My Disney Experiences app, and then once you do that, everything's all pretty much linked to it. And yeah, if you do lose it, you can't swim with it. It's waterproof. It's everything. But if you do lose it, go to guest services. They can issue a new one, cancel this one, so you don't have to worry about anybody, accessing your account. But I mean, pretty much, there's a lot of safety measures into this, right? It's not just something oh, hey, anybody can get to it. So great. Now, you said Fastpass, right? You can get on rides with that. What do you like about, or do you like this better, or do you like the Disneyland Fast better? Disneyland one is, you have your park ticket, which you still have to bring out of your bag, where this is on your wrist. The other one, well, that's if you keep it on your wrist. You can put this in your bag too if you want. But now, the key to this is you don't have to take it, you don't have to grab things out of your bag, your credit cards, your park tickets. But Disneyland, you have your park ticket. You see the ride, you have to go and get the Fastpass. Whereas this one is done all through the app, the My Disney Experience app. So you have to kind of foresee your trip and pick your Fastpasses. Yeah. So what do you like this better, or do you like the old Disneyland style better?
I definitely like this better, just because you can go ahead of time and choose which rides you want to go on, and you don't have to actually walk up to the ride and get the fast pass. And the thing is, after you use all of the fast passes that you programmed into the magic band, you can still go get more. It's just you have to use it first. But yeah, it was just very convenient, so I could plan it ahead of time. The only thing is when you plan it ahead of time, you have to make sure that that is the park you're going to be at on that day. Mm-hmm. My one mistake was that I didn't check the magic hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check it. So there were 2 days that didn't have the extended magic hours. The magic hours isn't every park every day. It's certain parks on, whatever, certain days. So that's why I should have checked that ahead of time so that I knew which park I was going to be at. And because we didn't park hop, it was easy for me to do the fast passes.
Yeah, because you're going to be in that one park one day. It's not
one park one day rather than, I might go to this park and then I might park hop to another one. Mm-hmm. But because there's so much to do at Disney World, I really didn't have to park hop.
Yeah, you can stay in one. But now, well, even with that too, you definitely, going to Disney World, I noticed that there is a lot of planning you need to do because even dining, I mean, Disney World, because Disneyland is so much smaller, right? I mean, mm-hmm. you saw how big the parks are, right?
Yes.
Like Magic Kingdom is huge compared to Disneyland. And so it's a lot easier to plan Disneyland and California Adventure mm-hmm. because they're smaller and there's not a lot of things going on there. Whereas Disney World, there's a lot of restaurants to go to, mm-hmm. a lot of planning needed because there's 4 parks now, actually with the water parks, but we're just talking about the regular parks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of dining to make reservations for. Mm-hmm. So you need to know what park you're going to be in to make reservations for that one restaurant. Yes. Or multiple and stuff like that.
Yeah. So. And you have to make the reservations ahead of time because if you try to just walk up, a lot of them, they'll be like, I'm sorry, no, we don't have any space.
You heard that a lot too, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we always hear families of like 6, like, with 2 it's not too bad, but to make room for 6 people or even 10, like huge families go, reservations is a key when you're going there for restaurants. Quick service not too bad because you just go up there.
Up. Mm-hmm.
But the table services, I hear it all the time when we're checking in. We have reservations, and a family of 6 or 8 or even 10 are like, do you have any room? Do you have reservations? No. And then now it's like kind of a couple hour wait, or mm-hmm. It's very hard for restaurants to kind of plan that. So definitely make sure you make reservations for your table services.
Yes.
So, anything else with the magic bands?
No, it's just very magical.
Yeah. So I do think it is a lot easier to plan your trip with the magic bands. Mm-hmm. It is a lot easier to get around the parks and just do everything. You don't find yourself going into your bag and credit
mm-hmm.
card and so forth. When you're purchasing things with the magic bands or when you're staying on property, you can actually have the merchandise delivered to your resort,
yes,
right?
That was very nice because my husband does not like to carry my bags. So it was nice because we just go up to the counter, you pay with the magic band, and then you just tell them your room information, where you're staying, mm-hmm. and it gets delivered straight to your hotel. It does go to the hotel's gift shop, but there were certain days where because we were at the park so long and we couldn't pick up the items from the gift shop, they actually just delivered it to our room.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of just showed up.
Well, that's also kind of dangerous too, because in Disneyland, you buy your merchandise, you're carrying it around all day with you. You carry a backpack, you throw it in your backpack. If it's heavy, you're carrying something heavy around. I think it's dangerous in Florida because you end up buying more things and saying, just send it to my resort. In fact, I think our first experience when we bought things, we were like, send it to the resort. We just wanted to say, send it to the resort, and then we kind of bought a lot of things and just had to send it to the resort. But also make sure that when you do send it to your resort, you're not checking out the next day because it does take 1 day.
Yes,
right?
It does take. And you got to make sure you keep track of what you bought. So make sure you keep those receipts. They give you like a green slip. Make sure you keep that so you know what is coming to your room and so you don't miss anything.
But yeah, awesome. So Disney World, Disneyland, if you say you had to go to Disneyland or Disney World, like they said, okay, you only can go on one trip right now, and anywhere you want to go, which one do you want to go to? Which one would it be?
Definitely Disney World.
Okay.
Definitely.
So for all of you Hawaii people, definitely Disneyland is always our first home where mm-hmm. we grew up with, but Disney World, venture a little further. Go to Florida
It's
and
worth
experience it.
it.
Yes,
Yes.
I think it's pretty worth it. The technology thing. Even your husband was telling me, "Oh man, I love the technology that they've gone through." Because he's a techie guy too. He's all into gadgets and tech stuff. And when he went, he was really impressed with how just the technology. Because even the memory maker, when you take a picture, you can actually see it on your My Disney Experience app like within like minutes, right? Like,
Yeah. Except for the magic photos, that takes a little longer to show up.
Magic Photos
That is
basically,
pretty cool.
you have little thing. They tell you pose a certain way, and then all of a sudden you get these little magic characters with you and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, even the ride ones, yes, all the rides that you go on that does take pictures, it can send to your link with your memory maker as well, and you get all of that. That takes a little bit longer too for it to show up, but.
And then some of them even had video now.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know if Disneyland has the video.
Slow motion video. So I know. Yeah, see, I don't get Memory Maker when we go to Disneyland. Do they even have Memory Maker?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we don't get that. Only Disney World we get the Memory Maker. But yeah, so Mine Ride and I know Tower Terror you get videos, right?
Yeah, you get video.
Did you get on Rock and Roller Coaster?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's a few rides I know that has like a slow motion video, which is pretty cool. But yeah, definitely. All right, so there you have it. You know, Disneyland, Disney World, Disneyland. We're not putting it down. We love Disneyland.
It's still fun to go to, but definitely try Disney World.
Exactly. So, aloha.